Hello viewers, how are you? In this video today I will gonna tell you about car financing in Finland in a presentation form, and we will also visit a dealership where you can see the cars in actual. So my lease request has been accepted. So let's see what they are saying now, like what I have to do more or further proceed with the car. Let's see. Hello. Yeah, I just got your message. I just got your
Yeah,
message.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they got the accept. It was accepted.
Okay.
So like and with 5,000. So I'd say we can
Like 5,000 would be the minimum down payment.
not sure if minimum, but that's what
The down payment.
we can play with. Yeah, around that.
And the car I can buy is around like 16,000 euros. That was.
Yeah, they didn't say any like a price range. So if we find a good car more expensive, no problem to try the financing.
Okay. So what is the maximum I can buy like with the 5,000 down payment?
They didn't say any, so I assume that we can do any application.
Okay, so to finance a car or to buy the car on the installment, we need to consider the following things. First of all, what is financing? For financing, you have to pay a minimum down payment of around 10 to 20%. For example, if you want to buy a car of 10,000 euros, you must have to pay around 1,000 to 2,000 euros for the down payment, and maximum as much as you can, and that will definitely impact on your upcoming installments. The financing can be from minimum 2 years to 5 years. In some cases, they also allow till 6 years. That all depends upon your credit history and the amount you are willing to pay and the installment you negotiate with them. The other one is that this is obvious once you are clear with the payment terms, payments, and your leasing or financing comes to end, the car will be in your name or the car will be transferred to you. You will be the owner of the car. So then comes the eligibility criteria. For the eligibility, you must have a type A permit, PR, or definitely if you are a citizen, that's the very plus point, and you would be definitely knowing about all these criteria. Holding a personal identity number, that's the SS number, social security number. Everyone who comes to the Finland has this is allotted with this social security number. That's written on your card, the permit which on which you are working or staying over here. Finnish bank account is mandatory, and everything is linked with the Finnish bank account. Here you cannot do anything until or unless you have a bank account. That's employment. Yeah, that's the important thing. You must be employed or self-employed, and usually they give you the financing is allowed to you or approved to you once you complete minimum 6 months. In some cases, if you are residing for a long time, they also give in within the 3 months of the job. But for the newcomers, it's mandatory to have 6 months at least, in some cases, case to case basis. And after 12 months, yes, you can definitely get a financing for the car. Yeah, personal credit cards are, if if you are having a personal credit card or already you have a debt, then they will definitely consider while approving your finance, because the already with your card, the debt on your card will be excluded from the your financing amount which they are approving. Finnish driving license is also mandatory. That would be of EU or Finnish, and you must be registered in DVV, the Finnish population system. Then comes the financial requirement. The salary which you need to have to get a financing is minimum 1,500 to 2,000 euros, and rest as much as you can. Down payment is, as I told you, 10 to 20%. That can vary. You can go above than that. It all depends on you. Yeah, interest rate is very important, like 4% in some cases, but very rare cases. Usually it's 8% or more than that, but not less than 8% or 4%. It all depends upon the your credit history and your job. But consider it like minimum 8%. Then there comes the required documents which you need to provide is a valid RP or PR card, driving license, pay slips. Here I have mentioned 3 to 6 months, but if you are residing in the Finland for more than 1 year, then that's the case. Otherwise, you have to provide pay slips for at least 6 months. Employment contract where you are working, having a permanent job is a very plus point. Bank account details, IBAN, proof of address where you are residing, and you can give it utility bills with that the address you are giving is the correct. Then comes the purchase process. Once you go to any bank or dealer, then these are the initial information they ask from you. And if when you are practically purchasing something, you need to consider these things, that the car you are buying is new or used. You can finance both type of cars. You need to ask the financer to know the what bank you are dealing with, the bank's option, and if they are financing it themselves. You have to submit all the documents to pass the credit check. You have to pay the down payment. They will give you a contract. You can ask them to provide the contract in English. They if their English contract is not available, usually it's available, and if that is not available, they will help you to translate it, or they will arrange an interpreter for you. The car should be delivered and registered in your name. Okay, now the other point comes that from where you get the financing. What are the avenues from where you can have the financing options? So the car dealer in Finland also provide financing like Comex, Saka, and I have mentioned the names. Same is the case with the bank, OP Bank, Nordia, Donske. These banks provide financing, or if any other bank where you have the bank account, these are the usual big banks. S Bank is also over here. S Bank is very much popular and is a big bank. Credit companies like Standard, all the platform I have given the few example, but mostly the online platform are also providing that. Autoluto is also providing financing. The important tips you need to know before buying or doing the financing is that whenever you are given any offer, you need to compare it. You can have an online calculator. You can calculate the interest rate and the uh, installment package over there from the internet online. I will also mention in the link that what are the options from where you can calculate the offers. So if you choose a fixed interest, that would be better, because fixed interest remains the same, but it all depends upon your own financial statement. You can also take the diminishing rates, that if you say that you are like the outstanding amount, you want to pay on the outstanding amount, or you want to link it with the Eurobor. That all depends upon like your choice, that on which basis you want to have interest based payments. Better to have a pre-approved dealer. If you are going with the bank, ask them to earlier payment allowed or not, because this is very important. Sometimes you can get that payment, you have some sufficient funds, so you can, if the option is there, you can pay the early payments that without any penalty. So this is also option you need to discuss beforehand. So while purchasing a car, you should not only consider the cost of the car, you should also consider the insurance, tax, and fuel separately. So you should have a cushion for that payments also, because if you are just thinking about the installment, that's not the case. You should also consider the other expenses as well. Otherwise, you will be squeezed. So these things are very important to know, and if you should, whenever you go to any dealer or the bank, you should ask these things to avoid any confusion and to make things clear. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.